What is dynamic range? Is the ability to reproduce the darker portion and the brighter portion of a picture. The HD18, made by Vario, has a very good dynamic range, especially for situations like in a church or in an event location where you have no control over your lighting. You must adapt to what is there. So what is dynamic range? In this scene, you have about 8 stops between the darker portion of the picture and the brighter. And the ability to see those letters on that glass, to see the hair, the detail in her face, and the expression, that is dynamic range. On a camera that does not have dynamic range, instead of seeing Café de Paris, you're probably going to see just a white surface. Very hard to read if there's any letters. Or if you now close down the iris so that the letters are readable, you will not see details of the lady's face other than the brightest portion. So dynamic range allows you to see the both ends of the spectrum without incurring into special lighting. This street side shows us, for example, that in the darker portion we have wrought iron, and you can see all the detail of the wrought iron. You can see the lady with the baby cart, and you can also see in the brighter portion that there's a cloud right behind the tree, and you can see the windows on the white building. This is good dynamic range. It's about, as I said before, about 8 stops. On this chart, you can see the dynamic range of the imager before gamma is applied to it. So you want to be able to display every step of the lighting of the object that's being in the light. I provided you with 3 pictures here which have different kind of issues. Please review these pictures and send me emails on what you think is wrong on each one of them. After you complete this class, we'll ask you to send an email and we will give you the right answer for each one of these. But if you attended this class, you should be able to tell what is the problem with each one of them and which one is correct and what has happened to achieve this situation. The one on the left is a very dark picture, little detail. The one in the middle has more detail, but it's not quite well. And the one on the right is a little bit overexposed. But is it the camera, is it the lighting, and how would you correct so that this picture satisfies you and your customer? Thank you for attending. I'll see you next time.